విశాఖలో మలబార్ 2024 విన్యాసాలు ప్రారంభం. ఇండియన్ నేవీతో పాటు అమెరికా, జపాన్, ఆస్ట్రేలియా యుద్ధ నౌకలు 1982 నుంచి మలబార్ విన్యాసాలు ప్రారంభం. మలబార్ విన్యాసాల్లో నేవీ యుద్ధ నౌకలు, హెలికాప్టర్, జలాంతర్గములతో పాటు జపాన్, అమెరికా, ఆస్ట్రేలియా యుద్ధ నౌకల విన్యాసాలు 8 నుంచి 18 వరకు విశాఖ తీర ప్రాంతాల్లో సంయుక్త విన్యాసాలు. లాంఛన ప్రారంభ వేడుకల్లో పాల్గొన్న తూర్పు నౌకాదళ ప్రధాన అధికారి వైస్ అడ్మిరల్ రాజేష్ పెండర్కర్, అమెరికన్ నేవీ పసిఫిక్ కమాండర్ స్టీఫెన్ కెల్లర్, ఆస్ట్రేలియా నేవీ కమాండర్ క్రిస్టోఫర్ స్మిత్, జపాన్ నేవీ కమాండర్ కతిషుషి ఉమచిలు పాల్గొన్నారు.
Closing ceremony of Malabar 2024 will be conducted on 18th of October, wherein we all will meet once again to say goodbye till we meet again. Arrival of HMS Stuart, JS Ariake and USS Dvi yesterday marked the commencement of Harbour Phase. The opening ceremony today marks the official commencement of Malabar 2024. The Harbour Phase schedule from 8th to 12th October will include
will request all the personnel who are involved in the photograph.
Any technology transfer proposals are there to India and to America, the naval technological transfer.
I think your question was, is there technology transfer that we continue to work? I think what you've seen most recently is the cooperation with weapon system both in P-8, in MH-60 Romeo, and those particular assets that are actually working in this exercise in 24. And so integration of those technologies, both between navies and then across all domains, is what's important. So yeah, I think there's some very good examples of technology transfer here that we're going to exercise and have been in previous Malabars as well.
Or any other aim is there?
of the James Field.
今、海上自衛隊の船というのは年に10回程度海賊対象訓練も含めて、我が国から中華デンマークを報告しています。
So in recent years, about 10 times a year, the James Field ships is navigating in this region.
Function of working our strong level of interoperability and high level of capability between what you see here is very strong and important navies, and so we'll see how things go. Really looking forward to this. All different types of equipment can be utilized and will be in both past and future Malabar exercises, and so I think what you're going to see is a very substantial, strong interoperability exercise.
Next question.
Fact is that we've also used aircraft carriers on nuclear.
Vice Admiral Rajesh Pendharkar, Flag Officer, Commanding in Chief, Eastern Naval Command. Officer for a brief presentation on Malabar 24. Stone of maritime cooperation in the Indo-Pacific region. Today, we have gathered
Trade, energy security, and maritime freedom. Realizing this, the exercise aims not only to be a military drill, but also embodies our commitment to collaboration among like-minded nations to respond to evolving maritime challenges. Over the years, Exercise Malabar has witnessed progressive increase in both its scope as well as complexity. Each edition has built upon the lessons learned from previous editions, incorporating widening domains, advancing tactics, and a broader range of operational scenarios. This progression is reflective of our increasing comfort in operating with each other and addressing the ever-evolving nature of maritime threats which necessitate a collaborative and agile approach to naval operations. The harbour phase of Malabar 24 will include subject matter expert exchanges.
I am Commander Sujit, Fleet Anti-Submarine Warfare Officer.
On values and ideals that have stabilized the world for generations. It includes preventing the change of borders by force, maintain freedom of the seas, and prohibitions against the use of weapons of mass destruction. It is the common cause our allies and partners rally around. That common cause of global order based on values and ideals make our alliances and partnerships unbreakable. We advance a shared vision for Indo-Pacific where all countries, regardless of size or strength, are secure in their sovereignty and free from coercion. Our shared vision underpins our strong network of professional militaries throughout the Indo-Pacific. It is upheld routinely by the U.S. Pacific Fleet, but certainly with our multinational partners represented here. It drives us more together. And make no mistake, we're doing more together. Our recent actions with our allies and partners are historic and part of a new convergence in the Indo-Pacific. Our combined capabilities and links with like-minded nations dwarf those of any competitor. This produces integrated deterrence, which is realized through a combination of all elements of national power. We contribute to this militarily across the joint and combined force with our allies and partners in order to deter conflict. As part of integrated deterrence, many of our previously bilateral exercises have become multilateral. Malabar, as an example, previously an Indian and U.S. bilateral.
Our region continues to benefit from a rules-based order that drives stability and prosperity, a rules-based order that has enabled us to continue to lift people out of poverty and improve the lives of not only the people of our own countries, but all the people around the globe. This exercise complements the many activities that we are doing, whether bilateral, multilateral, or in fact operationally around the globe. And these are significant. And the bonds that we are able to build as senior leaders, but also across our fleets, is testament to the fact that we continue to turn up for each other, we work together, and we focus on prosperity across the region in those areas. And I'll just finally focus on what I think is the most important part of these exercises, notwithstanding all the things that have been said around interoperability, high-end warfighting, which are essential for us to be credible across the region. But it's the personal connections that we make with individuals. And as I spoke to the sailors on board Stuart yesterday, the thing they were most excited about is going out there and meeting an Indian, a Japanese, and a US service person, be able to make friends with them, connect with them. And the advice that I gave them is stay in touch, because there is friends here, both at this table and in the audience, that I have had for decades. And that relationship is stronger and makes our national relationship stronger, because it really is those human relationships and capital that build the connectivity. So it is a pleasure. Again, thank you for continuing to include Australia in what is an excellent exercise that has such longevity and such benefit. And I look forward to the participation of not only Australian units in the activities at sea, but also ashore, and look forward to building and hearing the relationships and the stories from our sailors as they come back, which always put a smile on my face, because I know that the world is a better place as a result of that experience. Again, thank you for the invite. Great to be back in the beautiful city of Vizag, and I look forward to the exercise.
Crews of visiting ships, media personnel, ladies and gentlemen, Namaskar, and a very good morning to you all.
Benefits all four of the navies that are here. And the opportunity for, as an example, technology transfer in light of MH-60 Romeo, and then that ability for those helicopters to operate together synergistically shows a very formidable force, and I think that is enabling for all of us. And so I think it's a perfect example of something writ large where we can continue to work and interoperate together, and it's a very powerful opportunity.
Malabar 2024. To begin today's proceedings, I would like to invite
ranging from special operations to surface, air, anti-air, and subsurface warfare, followed by related exercises at sea. At sea, the exercise promises to be amongst the most advanced of all its editions, featuring complex operational scenarios and covering all domains of naval warfare. Ships, submarines, helicopters, and aircraft from the participating nations will be operating in close proximity, seamlessly exchanging information and undertaking realistic exercises that will challenge the capabilities and readiness of each and every of the participating navies. Together, we will strive to share best practices and enhance our combined capabilities to conduct complex operations. The exercise has its own strategic significance and implications for the Indo-Pacific region. Important amongst them are promoting regional stability and security to deter potential threats. It also aims to signal a collective vision for a free, open, inclusive, and if I may add, stable and prosperous Indo-Pacific, and serves as a visible deterrent against disruptive actions in the maritime domain, thus reinforcing a rules-based international order. I am sure that Malabar 24 will have a lasting impact on our collective maritime strategy, progressively refining our framework for future cooperation. As we embark on this exercise, let us remain mindful of the rich nautical history and maritime traditions that bind our navies together. To the Fleet Commander of the Indian Navy's Eastern Fleet and the proud captains of the participating ships and submarines, as also the aircrew and special forces, may I remind you that the bonds we forge here today will lay the groundwork for future cooperation and understanding, and I urge all of you to engage fully in the activities ahead, learn from one another, share insights, and build lasting relationships that extend beyond the waters of the Indo-Pacific. I wish all the participating forces the very best in everything they do in harbour and at sea during this exercise. Thank you.
This year will be the 5th time that all 4 countries have participated together. During this Malabar, we will continue to strengthen our maritime integration, interoperability, and combat readiness. We will continue to operate safely and set a gold standard for professionalism. We will continue to deter conflict and promote a safe, prosperous, and secure Indian Ocean. I'm proud of what our teams can generate in terms of military combat power, our ability to synchronize that power in all domains, and to synchronize all of that with all of our allies and partners. But we don't do these things just to do them. We do them specifically to defend the rules-based international order that benefits all nations, large or small. And there is so much more we can do. As 4 strong democracies dedicated to stability and prosperity, there is no limit to what we can do together to maintain the free and open Indo-Pacific. I wish all the exercise participants a productive exercise and shared growth and development, personally and professionally. I would trade places with any of you out there flying, sailing, and operating together. Thank you for being here. Thank you for our outstanding Indian hosts this year. And please, everyone, have a great exercise, operate safely, and let's take the fight forward. Thank you very much.